Yo, what's up, boys? Hopefully you can hear me well. I'm in an Airbnb right now, so he's sick, like a little in a little Airbnb room. Um, and I was just reading some of these comments. Um, and I really like this comment. I'm gonna respond and let him know that I made a video responding to the comment. But he said, like the video if the implication is that women with divorced parents grow up in more manly, right? And that men grow up more feminine, how can a guy become unfeminine? Because in the video you said there's some exceptions for women. I'm wondering if there's a chance for men too. So John 4272, I really enjoyed your comment. It definitely made me think a lot, right? And how to explain this and how do I bring this into a light that you can understand and that people can understand. So I really enjoyed your comment. This was a very like intellectual like thing to ask. Is an amazing question, and a lot of people, I respect you for that, because a lot of people, one, would not watch through a full 30-minute video, right? Because the attention span is low. So I respect you for that. And the second, wouldn't be so interested to develop such a intellectual comment. And I got this other comment and I was so confused. She said, I'm a girl and straight and I watched this all for some reason. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Okay, anyway, so we were talking with John 4272. First off, I'd like, if you're watching this video, whoever's watching this video, I really recommend this book. If you're the type of guy to watch some kind of full 30-minute video like this, you're definitely the type of person to get into reading books. If you have, or if you haven't started reading already, it's very important. So first book on the list I would recommend is The Waves of the Superior Man by David Dita. It's a spiritual guide on woman, work, masculinity, femininity, all that kind of stuff, right? So to answer your question, first I want to explain, right, the scale of masculinity and femininity, right? Now, if we look at the masculine and feminine, imagine it like a scale from right to left, or don't even think about right to left, just imagine it, look at my hands, and imagine it like a scale like this. This side is feminine, right? And this side is masculine, right? Now, irrespective of gender roles, meaning that whether it's a guy or a girl, right, having two ends on the spectrum like this is good. It means polarity. If it's like this, so let's say the girl is more masculine, the guy's more feminine, it works, right? Now, obviously, you're going to hear me give guys shit for being like more feminine, but it's not inherently bad if you think about it. Obviously, irrespective of my beliefs and what I think that men should be more masculine, whatever, right? It's not inherently bad, because as long as they're on two ends of the scale like this or this, it's polarized, right? So if a woman is more masculine, the guy is more feminine, the relationship is going to work out because there's polarity, right? Same thing if the guy's masculine, the girl's feminine, because there's a balance. And that's how, good relationships work out, right? And obviously you have to understand what masculinity is, right? Because a lot of people have this red pill mindset of it's, cold, stoicism, Andrew Tate, doing this with his fingers, like all corny and whatever, right? And that's not what that is, right? So you want to be able to, know kind of what masculinity actually defined it is. So now that you know how the roles work, irrespective of the gender roles, right? We can get into more of sorry, my camera's kind of like lagging and it's throwing me off because I'm talking and I'm seeing my lips move slower than the actual thing. So I'm gonna decrease my camera size. I hope you don't mind. But anyways, what was I gonna say? So now that you've understood the scale of how the masculine and feminine work, as long as things are polarized, right? As long as there's one on the end of the other, it's okay. But when you start moving like this, where one becomes more masculine, one becomes more feminine, but they're not entirely on the separate ends of the scale, that's depolarization. The relationship, whatever it is, it's depolarized. That's why a lot of these modern day 50-50 things, it's not going to work out well, as they might try and portray that out of an insecurity, but it's not going to work out, right? That's just how it works. And it explains it a lot in this book, The Way of the Superior Man. I definitely recommend you read it. And I don't think it costs too much. If we look on Amazon, it's probably only going to cost, let's see. It's only like $10.73 with shipping, probably another $10, so let's say $20. Not too bad. Maybe if you don't have a job or business, you can get your parents to pay for it, whatever that is. But Anyways, so now that we understand that, we have to understand what femininity and masculinity is. A good analogy that I don't think it's in this book, but I always use this analogy. Imagine you're going hiking, right? Like, and we see a river. Imagine the river, the water flowing in constant, movement towards a direction. It's kind of chaotic, it's splashing. You see like the white water rapids going through this river. It's kind of going in all different directions, right? And it's a very chaotic scene. It's a lot of noise, right? This river. But when we look underneath the river and we look at the rocks, the boulders underneath the river, what's happening? The rocks aren't moving. They're still amongst the chaos. And I like to view kind of masculinity and femininity in this way of feminine. Feminine is not this red pill of soft, weak, right? Because I don't view women as soft and weak. Feminine women, they're not soft and weak, right? I don't view it like that. If you look at feminine, it's very changed. It's very changing, right? So it's not like it's in one still boulder. Feminine is very chaotic, like a storm. It's changing like the weather, right? It's something where it's unpredictable, right? And if you think about masculine, right, in this, especially in this analogy, let me move to a more comfortable position. But if we think about masculine, right? Yeah, masculine is more still. It's more purposeful, right? And obviously, you can, when you get into this kind of self-improvement little space, right, you'll look at things like stoicism and all these kinds of things. And it's good to get into those kinds of things and understand that. But the basic premise of masculinity is purpose, right? Which is why now for John 4272 or whoever is watching this video, if you think about a girl, right, who's more masculine, maybe think about that at your school. Maybe it's a friend, one of your friends that are girls, the ones that are more masculine, right? They're gonna have more goals, right? They're gonna have more goals. That's how they're like, you see them as masculine because they have more goals, right? They're the ones raising their hand in the class, right? They're the ones, I want to go to college. I'm gonna go to USC and I'm gonna go to this one and I'm gonna go to Harvard. Okay, whatever, right? Now, why is that? Why are the masculine girls always? Why are they such college climbers? What's going on? It's because it's purpose, right? What is goals? Goals is a part of a bigger purpose to reach said like one kind of goal that's like the purpose of like, I want to get to college for this career. That's a whole thing. All that's purpose. Masculinity is challenge, it's purpose, and presence. That's the best 3 words I would use to describe it as. I'd say you can watch videos, especially for John 42 or whoever's watching this video, you can watch videos, red pill, that talk about like masculinity through this Andrew Tate, like putting the fingers like this, and it's like, yeah, like, oh, slap this bitch, whatever, right? Like, you can watch that, but that's very red pill, and it doesn't explain the premise of true masculinity, which I think this book explains a lot, which is really good. But I think it is what it is. It's challenge, it's purpose, and it's presence, right? So first, let's go over challenge, right? Masculine, right? If you look at how masculine and feminine grow, feminine grows through praise, masculine grows through challenge, which is why for girls, right, especially whether you have a girlfriend, your mom, whoever, you don't want to try and make them grow through challenge. You don't want to try and make them grow through words of discouragement. If you go to your friend and you're like, bro, you're really fat, to your friend, right? You're like, bro, you need to lose some weight, right? Your friend's gonna like get challenged, like, okay, I'm gonna go lose some weight. Maybe don't say it like that, right? But if you say it to a girl, she's gonna get crushed. So what do you say to the girl? You say, you know what? You're an athlete. You're an athlete. You wouldn't be eating those kinds of things. You're an athlete. I always saw you as this kid. You're praising. You're constantly praising. Women grow through the praise. Men grow through challenge, right? Challenge grows men because if you think about it with your brothers, right, wherever, with your friends, you constantly challenge each other. I bet you can't get to that post faster than me. Whatever, it's a kind of a part of our nature. Even if you're more of a feminine guy, you're still gonna you're still gonna enjoy challenge. In the book, there's a chapter in this book, The Way of the Superior Man, where it talks about living just beyond your edge. And I really enjoy that chapter because it's just about living just beyond your edge. It's about doing things that you're kind of a little bit scared of, which is why when you look at this video right here, which I'll show you, if you look at this video right here, right? If you look at this video where it says talk to more girls, well, it's got 800 views. Not bad. Look at this video. Look at the comments. Sorry for the lag. You see, these guys are commenting, girls aren't that important. I agree with them. Just don't make them your whole life. It's like, okay, true, right? But you're not getting the premise of the video. It's not about, it's not about. Here, wait. I think one of these guys deleted their comment. It was a good comment, but it's not about making girls your whole life. That's not the reason why I'm saying talk to more girls. That's not why the reason I make this video. I'm saying talk to more girls because it's extremely challenging, right? Because if we're being honest, don't cope and say, well, I need a looks max first. I need to get more money first. I need to do all this first, right? You're scared. You don't want to talk to girls. It's challenging, right? You go up to them, your heart's pumping at your chest. It still is for me, right? When a pretty girl walks by you, you get tense. Your shoulders hunch like this, right? You stop breathing correctly, right? So if you think about it, you're scared of it, which is why I think masculinity, which I'm trying to teach you in this, to talk to more girls, not to go and sleep with them, right? Not to go on dates. All that is cool, and you should do that, right? But even just the act of just going to talk to girls, the reason why it's so beneficial for you is because it's challenging. Because it's the kind of challenge that's perfect, in which it's like almost scary, right? When things are almost scary, that's how you know it's a good challenge. That's why girls, when it comes to talking to girls, right? That's the perfect kind of challenge because it's almost scary, right? Or when it comes to sales, going out and doing sales, sometimes sales is a bit scary, right? That's why I chose that kind of job, right? That's why I chose that field. I chose sales because whenever I would do door-to-door sales, when I first started my very first door, right? When I was first doing it, it was kind of scary. I was nervous. When they opened the door, my voice would be shaky. But I loved it because I love challenge, because I grew through challenge, right? Next, we talk about purpose, right? That's what real masculinity is real masculine men have a purpose. Whether, if you look at cultures, different cultures that have different religion. One, I'll bring up, I really respect these people, Muslim people, right? Muslim people have all devoted themselves to a higher purpose, which is God. And you realize most, like Muslim men, they're traditionally less feminine. Why? One, because of how they're raised in their culture. Two, because they've devoted their life to a purpose, right? And their purposes of reaching this certain thing. Obviously, I don't know everything about Islam. I have a bunch of Muslim friends, but they're devoting their life, whether it's to God, right? Maybe it's for you, it's to God, right? Maybe it's for, it's not even about a job or career, but it's about what your purpose is it's a much broader thing. Like, for example, what if a self-improvement YouTuber's purpose is educating the men of the world on X, right? There's a bigger purpose, right? Obviously, you may not know your purpose now, and there's a chapter in The Way of the Superior Man that says, if you don't know your purpose, discover it now, right? Because purpose is important. Purpose is what gets you up in the morning, right? Now, sometimes I think purpose is kind of like, I enjoy this analogy where if you imagine purpose kind of like, if you look at a ball and there's layers that you have to peel out of the ball, and you're kind of getting closer to the core of what your actually purpose is, right? Because you have to peel back these layers of like, okay, my purpose is this for now, this for now, this for now, and you're kind of narrowing it down into where you get to your actual purpose. That's how I view finding purpose, right? And so maybe your purpose is for now, okay, doing this, right? And eventually you want to get into some kind of thing where it's like in the morning, you wake up, and when a man has purpose, waking up in the morning is such a different kind of thing. If you look at a man who has nothing to do in the morning, like when he gets up, has no obligations, no responsibilities, no challenge, no nothing like that, right? When he gets up in the morning, he's groggy. He's gonna eat a sugary cereal. He's gonna fap for the fifth time. It's only 8 a.m. He hasn't even got up out of his bed, right? But if you look at the man who wakes up with purpose, right? Who wakes up, right, with the kind of thing where it's like, I'm gonna lose 30 pounds this year. He's waking up, wakes up. What is the first thing he does? I'm gonna work out, right? The guy who has like a purpose where he can't stop thinking about it. It's like that's what he's driving himself into and devoting himself to every day. He's gonna wake up in the morning with such more fulfillment, right? Right. And the third thing is presence. Now, masculine, yes, what I've explained to you is about challenge, go, 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 right? But also being able to be present and aware. Presence is a much key trait to masculinity because it's about how many of you, when your mom's talking to you, you ignore her. What a terrible thing to do. When girls are talking to you, you're not there. When friends are talking to you, you're like, yeah, 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 you're not listening. The true men who are masculine, right? Yes, they go, 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 whatever, but they're friendly people. They're friendly people. They're not cold and stoic like this, right? They're people who are smiling, right? They're people who are listening, right? Who are present in the conversation, which is why when you look at habits, now I'll explain to you. Yes, many YouTubers will say, do this habit, do that habit, right? But why, right? So you want to be more present. That's why we do meditation, right? So you want more challenge. That's why you do cold showers, right? It's like same thing like that, right? So you have to kind of understand these kind of three core things: presence, purpose, and challenge. If you understand that, then you understand, oh, I see why I read books. Because I want to read this book to get to said X, right? To learn about this. Oh, I see why I take cold showers, right? Cold showers is not about being tough, being hard, going with the trend, filming yourself doing the cold shower so you can look cool. It's not about that. I wake up every morning, and the reason why I've taken cold showers for the past 3 years every single day, right? Except when I'm sick. Don't take cold showers when you're sick, right? I've taken cold showers every single day, including the nighttime, right before I'm about to go to bed. It's because I absolutely hate it. Whenever I get in the cold showers, I take literally the water's off. I stand in the shower without any water running for about 2 minutes, and we're mentally prepared because the shock of the cold water. It's a challenge, right? That's why I love it. I love challenge. That's why I picked up sales, right? That's why I did that. Um, but but yeah, that's basically what my response to you. And hopefully that makes sense. It's like, how do you unfeminize yourself? You understand more feminine is not about purpose, challenge, and whatever. I'll make a video on feminine, right? But center your life around challenge, purpose, presence, right? Try to discover, how do I become more present? How can I listen more? And how can I act, right? How can I listen and then take action, right? How can I, if we think about challenge, how can I challenge myself just enough to where it's kind of scary and I kind of don't want to do it and I'm making excuses for it? And that's when I know that's what I got to do, right? So trying to think about that, think about those things. If you think about those things, you find start tending to kind of go towards things that are becoming more masculine, right? When you're more present, right? When you're more present, you're able to like protect like more, right? You're able to listen to your girlfriend more. She feels more loved because women value presence, and your relationship works out more. So how do you be when the polarity goes like this? Masculine man, he's more present with this woman, right? A lot of these things in this book, I really enjoy. Obviously, I'm 17 years old. I've got a lot to learn, and I don't know everything. So I hope you understand that. And I think that it's beautiful that many people are getting into this space. And I think that stay away from people. One, stay away from people who are copying other, like just spewing out words of other YouTubers. If the one YouTuber you'll ever hear me spew out words from, his name is Hamza. Go watch him. He's on YouTube. Don't watch the newer stuff. Watch the older stuff. Hamza, you'll ever see me spread words, like spew words out on him, because he gets his knowledge from mentors, from books, and other stuff like this. Other YouTubers get their knowledge from other self-improvement YouTubers, from this red pill content, which is like, I don't agree with a lot of the red pill. I don't agree with this Andrew Tate mindset. I bet Andrew Tate. I agree. I think I would love Andrew Tate as a person. I think that what he's displaying on the screen is different because Andrew Tate, if you think about him, he definitely challenged himself. He's definitely purposeful. He's definitely present, right? Right. But it's about what this narrative of this red pill and what people have kind of taken it in and masked their image of themselves as this masculinity is supposed to be cold and stoic and with that face, right? But it's actually like the times where I went and I've like got a girl's number. I've talked to the girl. It wasn't when I was in the line and I was like doing that, right? It was when I turned around and I went like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like you're the nice smiley guy. You're present. You're cool. Don't try to be nonchalant. Just be yourself. Sorry, that's a little rant, but anyways, hopefully that makes sense. Sorry for the long video, but yeah.